Hey, what's up, and welcome back to A-Aron Reacts, and we're back for the final piece of our Day Will Come mini-series, or at least for now, what I have on record. If there's any others, then certainly feel free to shoot them my way. But this is Angelina Jordan at the age of 13 in 2019, July 12th, 2019, and this is Prøysenhuset. Now, I believe this is the venue where I had done When We Were Young, where I did the double feature with Andy Schnell, and yeah, I think that was a fantastic performance. All right, so let's get to it.
Nästa sång heter A Day Will Come fra Winehouse. A day will come
Oh.
and we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so, and you love me.
Okay, I think that's a good place to stop this. Holy cow. 2 years. It was July 21st, 2017. We're now July 12th, 2019. So almost exactly 2 years. 2 years in a week difference or something to that effect, or 1 week less than 2 years. Either way, 2 years. It's incredible how much her voice has developed. Just unbelievable. She sounded like a plus 15-year version of herself, in terms of her body with the previous versions, like maybe a late teen or 20-year-old, 25-year-old. Here, her voice sounds like a seasoned woman. Like, it is night and day difference. I am blown away because, that's the thing. And that's one of the reasons I like doing these miniseries, is because, of course, you expect progression through age. But when you have a basis of comparison, right, with the same song, it is just unbelievably different. She's not changing a lot here. It's just her sound. That fry especially, but her sound is so much more developed, so much more full. It is infinitely better. I mean, literally in those 2 years, her voice has grown almost 2 decades worth, it feels like. At least a decade worth. It literally, I can't say any less. For normal human terms. It's unbelievable. And I stopped here because I remember how she did this in the earlier version, and this slide downwards. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but she slid immediately down and then just kind of held that here. Whereas this version, she actually kind of more progressive. It still happens pretty rapidly, but she kind of more progressively slides down, and it's just so much more control. Just and a fuller sound as well.
I love you so,
Right
and
here.
you love me.
Yeah, it's just so much more control.
A day will come if we just wait.
Yes.
Notice for us things when we're a smile. Our dreams are magic because we'll always stay in love this way.
And I also want to point out that even though she's developed so much, there's certain points where it was just so good before for her age that you don't hear a huge difference. Like right here at the peak of that, Our Dreams, I think, is the lyrics. It doesn't sound that much different from the earlier version. Right here.
Our dreams are magic.
It sounds better, but it's almost the same.
We stay in love this way. Our day
get a solo. She's playing the melody.
I dream that
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I do not like that choice. Just playing the melody, it sounds like there's space needing to be filled. And at least with the previous one, we had the horn section that, it it was okay. I still feel like it warrants a solo. I imagine, today if she did this song, she would give someone the space or direct them, do a solo here. And obviously would have talented musicians for that. So I'm not very keen on just playing the melody with we break and essentially have a separate section. I wouldn't even call it really a much of a bridge. I mean, I guess it is technically, but it's almost like we're breaking for a solo section there, and it doesn't feel quite right. And so in the previous one also, or previous couple, we had the chorus in the background, the choir. And I like that a lot. I really do. I think that was beautiful. It would be nice to see that here as well. And the other thing here is the sound is just much clearer, much better. The mixing, her especially, is coming through. I feel like I remember the wind blowing when we were young before on this concert, and so maybe this is a different set or it's changed, but I'm not hearing the wind. Maybe I'm just not paying attention because I'm so blown away by her voice, but it doesn't seem to be messing with the audio. So let's get back to it.
I dream that magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come.
Yeah, we've got essentially the same structure
Our day
and arrangement for the most part.
will come.
Obviously, different instrumentation.
Our day will come.
It's interesting. So having the guitar play that, rhythmic da da da, right? That syncopated, sound, as opposed to the horns, and I love the Barry from the previous one, is an interesting choice. Now, they're able to perform this as a quartet, right? So, it could have just simply been the resources that were available, and it has to fill the full set, right? And what resources, who's available, and also the sound acoustically and what options are available and so forth. So there's a lot at play in those decisions, as well as who you can afford to get and so forth. And so, with her, at this age, she, I guess in Norway, she had really made a name, so she could probably get, some decent musicians at times and so forth. But, yeah, I mean, this was just a showcase of her, though. There was absolutely nothing special about that band, and I didn't feel like it was terrible, but yeah, I definitely feel like something was left to be desired for that solo. But her voice here was magnificent. Like, it's just not fair to every other human being on earth that she could make that sound at the age of 13. Like, it's just not right. And then, as always, every time I see that costume of Mary's artwork, it's incredible. It blows me away because it's just so awesome. I would like to see her maybe have a new version of that today that she wore, like, that fits her today. That would be really cool. But anyway, would love to hear your thoughts and feedback, and thank you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, look, so many of you follow me and don't subscribe. What's up with that? Like, what the heck? Anyway, also, if you're an angel, do consider joining us over at my membership at aaronrex.com, and there's a link in the description for that. And one last final note I want you to know, since I just recorded it, is in my most recent Pentatonics reaction. I promoted Angelina Jordan. And that's because, the duet at the LA show between her and Scott Hoying. I would ask that you similarly support Pentatonics. I think that's good for that cross synergy, right? Show up, start commenting on some of that stuff. Let's promote one another, and we can help grow Angelina that way. And so I'm going to do something a little differently here, which I did the same thing in the Pentatonics one. I'm going to link to the Pentatonics, my Pentatonics reaction playlist. I encourage you to go listen to some of those. I know many of you are devout, loyal Angelina fans, but look, that will actually help grow her, right? Start following Pentatonics. They're now the same record label, and it sounds there's rumors that Angelina may open for Pentatonics. I think there's going to be more partnership and collab there, and certainly we can leverage that duet from Angelina and Scott, which I have a link to it on my channel, and there's probably better versions of it out there from James Thiel and Chris Walker, but regardless, or others as well. But yeah, thank you much, and we'll see you in the next one.